Don't blink, it's your boy Ing. Welcome to Don't blink, it's your boy Ing. Welcome to the real content of the show. Hope you're doing well, kids are having a fantastic freaking day. Tailored Properties asked us another question, and it's gonna be a long answer. So grab a seat, grab a drink, grab something to eat. Current video game you're playing, what console? So you guys know me. I got ADHD. I cannot sit down and play one game. I have to play multiple games. So it's a bittersweet question for me. It's not a question that I really enjoy because it brings something that is kind of akin to sadness to me, a feeling of departure, a feeling of nostalgia, right? So the current game we're playing, and let's answer the question first, and we'll get into it. Video game I'm playing. So I'm playing Elden Ring, which is phenomenal, but that's my third time playing it. So that has lots of magic. With the DLC is gonna gain some magic back, so I'm excited. And I love Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong; it's my favorite game. I wanted to say it's one of my favorite game. My favorite game. I put in 300 hours, and I'm not even joking. I'm also playing Persona 4. It's my first time playing Persona 4. I fell in love with Persona 3 as a kid. I played Persona 5 last year, and I want to play one of the Persona every year because they're long games. They're long games, so I want to take my time with it and just chill with it. And we're streaming it, so this is even more fun. If you go with mobile, right? If you go with mobile, you're gonna go with a game called The Tower. The Tower is this really, 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 really cool motorcycle, a really cool multi-hour defense game. The Tower is this very, very cool one where you have a single tower and you have to upgrade it. So every time you die, every time you do a run, the further you go, the more coin you get. The more coin you get, the more upgrade you buy. The more coin you get, the more upgrade you buy, the further you go in. And it's constantly about failing, but going a bit further, a bit further, a bit further, then you switch tier. There's 18 tiers. I'm at tier 14. I've been playing this for a year. My favorite thing about so you see Elden Ring, the mechanics, the gameplay is amazing, the story is amazing, the graphics are amazing. The Tower, why I love it is because it's very, very simple. There's no luck, there's no RNG. It's mathematics, it's calcul. I love stats. You're gonna do a 2 weeks event. They'll give you like a 2% bonus tower damage, right? But I've been playing for a year, so if I have like a 108% tower damage, then 2% doesn't do much, right? But it's still something. And the towers also have tournaments. You see, this is my thing. Elden Ring is my favorite game to play, right? Okay. Persona is my favorite game to play. Persona 4 is just a cool game. It's cool. It's just a cool RPG, a good story. The mechanics in it are also good. It's very different. It's very different to Elden Ring. I feel like it's more of a new age RPG. Persona 4 is one of my favorite games. The story is good. I didn't finish it. I never played it completely. So far so good. But we're still very early on. We're in the first 30 hours. And I know what you say. Oh, 30 hours a lot. Yeah, the game is 112 hours. On paper. So we're a quarter of the game. And 25% is not enough to say if the game is good. The Tower, let's go back to the Tower. The Tower with what I love is Elden Ring, you need to get into it. You need to get into the story. You need to get into the game in itself. You can't just pick up Elden Ring and play a couple of games. If you go with playing Elden Ring, you have to play the whole game. That's the rule. You can give up, but there's no point in giving up. For example, you're gonna start with this one area. If you finish this one area, right? And you're not gonna continue, then the next time you're gonna do the same area, right? So the Tower, what I love about the Tower is I can pick it up. The Tower, what I love about it is I was playing it at work. I was playing it while I was sleeping. The Tower doesn't require you to press a lot of buttons. Again, it's no skill, it's RNG. There's no RNG, it's stats, right? So it's a game I've been playing on and off for a year. There's no narrative, which I wish it was. I wish it was a little bit at least. But yeah, so this is a really good game. If you're looking for a mobile game, The Tower is my favorite. I put in 1,000 hours in The Tower, and it's all on YouTube, right? That's free content. And the best thing about The Tower, I don't talk when I play The Tower. So I can stream Elden Ring, because I'm streaming Elden Ring as an example. I can stream Elden Ring and have The Tower in the background. As a content creator, it's amazing. As a person, when I play The Tower, I don't know. I never played as a person. I was as a streamer. Now, lastly, you did ask me for the console. The console is where the story gets a bit sadder. I have a PS4, and it's not a money problem, right? I do not want to get a PS5. Listen, you guys know I'm a gamer. You know most of my tattoos are game, right? Most of my tattoos are game. I've been playing a game my entire life, and it took me 28 years to understand that I had so much potential. And then I'm not saying this to suck my own, you know what. I'm saying this as a value of speech, a value of person, right? I have this entire life in front of me, and although I had a good life playing games, I understand that I played games so much that it did hinder me and my growth as a person, as a human being, and social, right? And also, is gaming gonna hinder your growth? No. But I used to play game offline, which weren't social, so all my social skills weren't developed, right? And the PS4, I can have it. The secret is I have like over 100 game on PS4, bought digitally, physical copy, over 100 game. Right? So I have about 4 or 5 years. However, I do want to put in more time and space in the real life and outside life and content creation, right? So I'm not gonna buy the PS5. I'll buy the PS6 for my kids, right? Because I'm gonna have kids, hopefully. God bless. And lastly, I do have a Switch. So the Switch is, if the Switch is weird. The Switch, we bought the Switch by making content. The Switch goal, the Switch rule, the Switch was a way to get Nintendo, because I grew up on Nintendo and was born with a 64, right? It was my first console. Game Boy Color was my second console. Game Boy Advance was my third console. So we're a Nintendo dude. So the plan would be, if the channel grow up, if the channel goes along, I could bring the Switch on. I bring a Switch, I bring a laptop, and that's it. I got a streaming setup, right? So the Switch would be, I have the Switch, I have a bunch of games to it. I never played the Switch on live. I tried a couple times, it didn't work. But long story short, I'll have the Switch if I decide to move. So, for example, I'm seeing this guy, right? This guy who does TikTok is doing a 3 days route marathon. And he's walking, like he's sleeping. So I could do that. I could do that in a van, stream in a van. It's not the perfect, but it would be a cool concept to stream. Yeah. So pretty much that's it. I'm still a gamer. And I do want to precise. I absolutely want to precise that when I say game hindered me, is on its way when I was waking up. As soon as I was not working, I was waking up in the morning playing game until I would play a game until the end. Now the beauty with the ADHD is I tend to forget things. I tend to not to focus, so I can play the same game over and over and over again. I played Borderlands 2. I think it's 9 times, but it might be 10. And I've been putting 80 hours in that game. So 80 hours times 10 is how much? 800. How much did I earn in those 800 hours? You understand?